Good morning to you, sir. All right, deputies, good morning.
Morning, Judge.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Doing pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing good here. I wanted to, I was waiting for the applications for court-appointed counsel, but since you are counsel, just wanted to ask you if you want to waive the formal reading of my spiel here and go ahead and first appear your client so you can move on with your day.
Yes, if you don't mind, Judge, we would waive the first appearance notices and proceed.
All right. What's your client's name?
Oh, it's Naima Zayed.
It's a male, female?
Female.
Female. All right, deputies on the female side. Can we have Miss
Yes, Judge.
Good morning, deputy. What's the name again? What's the last name?
Last name Zayed, Z-A-Y-E-D.
Yes, Your Honor, we have her here.
All right, I don't have Zayed's warrant, but I do have the bond order.
Was a bond previously set, Judge?
Yes, sir. It's set for $3,000, and the indication I got from the jail was that she was bonding out. So I didn't get the warrant, but I do have the bond and the preset bond amount.
Well, that's fine. I know her parents are on the call and they were in the process of bonding her, so we would like to be able to bond her.
Okay. All right, Deputy, is she available?
Yes, Your Honor.
Deputy Lee, can you bring her forward?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Syed, good morning to you. I have a carrying a weapon offense here. This is a $3,000 bond. It's a misdemeanor. It's a preset bond. And you have counsel here. Mr. Gerald Griggs is present. And I believe it will be Nicole and Sean Fears. Are that your parents?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's a preset bond of $3,000. I don't have the details because I didn't have the actual warrant. The indication from the jail was that you were bonding. So that's your preset bond is $3,000. You can, or your parents, as they probably already have been doing, can contact the bonding company, pay a percentage with the cost on that, and you can be released once that's paid this morning. You have any questions? Or Mr. Griggs, you have any questions?
No,
yes.
Judge.
No, Judge.
All right, well, that's all for you this morning, Ms. Fears. Once you bond out, your preliminary hearing is waived automatically, and your counsel, Mr. Griggs, can outline that to you in further detail. The next steps with your next court date, which will be your arraignment in state court.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I see in the chat, Mr. Fears is saying the bond was paid at 8 p.m. yesterday. So Ms. Zayed, I'll speak to you as soon as you get out.
Thank you.
That's
All right,
the business
thank
I have, Judge.
All right, thank you, Ms. Syed. Thank you, and
Thank
Mr.
you, Your
Griggs.
Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Griggs. I appreciate seeing you, and keep doing what you're doing. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, brother. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Deputy Lee, I'm waiting on you all. Once I get the paperwork from you all with the applications for court-appointed counsel, we'll be ready to begin.
Hey, Your Honor, it should be getting to you just a second because they just faxed them to you or emailed them to you.
All right, yeah, I'll wait for it. I got an email earlier that said, here it is, but it was an email with nothing attached.
Yes,
So
she just resent it to you, sir.
All right, appreciate that. So I'll be on standby waiting.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, I got the paperwork here, so I'm ready.
Turn it, everybody set up. All right, see what everybody's saying. On your back. And on your back.
All right, good morning, everyone. Today's June 8th, 2021. This is the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. I'm Judge Knights presiding. First appearance calendar today. Today, I'm going to inform you of a few things, four things actually. The first is what you're charged with or your charges. Next will be your bond amount if you're entitled to a bond. Third will be your next court date, which is your preliminary hearing date, as well as any bonding that you can use. And then lastly, I will appoint an attorney to represent you if you qualify based on the applications for court-appointed counsel that you completed today. Those will be the things that I'll be discussing with you today. I will go over those things with you, and I will open the floor for questions with you individually if you have any questions at the end. The first thing I want to tell you, and most importantly, is your constitutional rights. You have rights by the U.S. Constitution, the United States Constitution, that do not go away. No one can take these rights away from you. And these rights are as follows. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. Please resist the urge today to tell me the facts about your case. This is not a trial. We're not here for a trial day today. I can't tell you anything. There's only you and the deputies at the jail, and there's only me, and I'm at home. So there's no police officer here to dispute anything. So there's no lawyer here to represent you. So if you tell me facts about your case, there's nothing I can do. I can listen to you. There's nothing I can do. This is being recorded on YouTube or streaming live, so someone else can go back and review, and they can hear things that you say if you choose to say them, and those things can be used against you. So I would tell you, don't tell me about your case, because this is not the day for it. You also have the right to the presumption of innocence. You're presumed innocent. You're not guilty today. You're not guilty at all until the state, which is the prosecutor, proves your case beyond a reasonable doubt. The prosecutor is the district attorney if you're represented, if you are charged with a felony. If you're charged with a misdemeanor, if you're charged with a felony, the prosecutor is the district attorney. If you're charged with a misdemeanor, the prosecutor is the solicitor general. Now, they have to prove any charge or charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. That is their burden of proof. They're the only ones that have a proof. You have one felony. An indictment is simply a piece of paper, and the grand jury are citizens of Clayton County that meet, and they decide if the charge or charges against you are valid. If the charges are valid, then the grand jury will indict, and there will be an indictment of true bill. If they're invalid, there'll be a charge of no bill, and the charges will be dismissed against you. And that's for all serious felonies. For non-serious felonies and for all misdemeanors, you have the right to an accusation. An accusation is simply a charging document that the district attorney brings against you for non-serious felonies, and the solicitor general brings against you for misdemeanors. That's all it is, a piece of paper. They can add charges, they can take away charges. That's the state, they can do that. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury. We're on Zoom right now, we're not live. Jury trials will begin shortly because of the COVID-19 pandemic. That's why there are no jury trials right now. But as soon as jury trials start, you have that right. It will continue by jury trial, and you have that right. No one can take that away from you, as well as any of these other rights. You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine any witnesses that the state can call to bring against you. They can't do it in secret. They have to be present, and you got a right to testify, or not testify, but when they testify, cross-examine them if you do so yourself or if you are represented by counsel. So you have that right. You have the right to bring evidence, witnesses, or testify on your own behalf if you choose to do so. No one can take that away from you. And you have the right, of course, to an attorney to represent you at all proceedings related to the charge or charges against you. Those are your constitutional rights. No one can take that away from you. Keep those in mind at all times until this matter is resolved against you. All right, for bond, we're in magistrate court. Magistrate court judges cannot give you a bond on all offenses. That's the law. It's not what I made up. That's what the legislature made up in Georgia way before me and you. And only a superior court judge can give you a bond on certain offenses. If I don't give you a bond today, it's because I can't by law, or because of the nature of the charge, or because of your criminal history. Those are the reasons why I can't give you a bond. All right. Doesn't mean you'll never get a bond, means you're not getting a bond today. Speak with your lawyer and you'll be able to get a bond on a different date and time. There are special conditions of bond. Special conditions mean you can't go somewhere or you can't contact someone. If I say, for example, don't go to 123 Main Street, you can't go to 123 Main Street. If I say don't contact Joe Smith, you can't contact Joe Smith. It's really that simple. Don't go somewhere, don't contact someone. If you do, you're subject to new criminal offenses. Influencing a witness, aggravated stalking, a whole bunch of others. That's to name a few. If I say don't do it, don't do it. Doesn't mean you can't ever do it. Doesn't mean you can do it from today until it's changed by a lawyer that I appoint to represent you, or a lawyer you hire, or until this matter is disposed of, whether it's dismissal, you take a plea, go to trial, whatever it may be. So keep that in mind. Don't violate the special conditions. And that's not for me or for you. That's to be sure that no other offenses happen. So keep that in mind. Unless it's changed, do not violate it. If someone is the subject of a special condition, Joe Smith, don't contact Joe Smith, for example, is what I say is the special condition, and you'll acknowledge that by signing off on the bond order before you bond out. And you contact Joe Smith, that's a violation. All right, so keep that in mind. But also the same Joe Smith, in the example I'm giving, cannot post your bond. All right, so that can be the person, the same person I say don't contact the special condition by law, cannot post your bond. All right, so keep that in mind. It has to be someone else. In terms of bond, keep in mind, I don't work for a bonding company. I don't know anyone in the bonding company that I've talked to today. I don't know what the percentage of bond will be. They will let you know once you contact the bonding company. They'll let you know what the percentage of bond is. There'll be a percentage of bond that you'll have to pay, or a percentage of your bond amount that you'll pay. For example, it can be up to 15% of your bond will be a fee added. So they'll let you know those specific details. I don't have those details, so keep that in mind. There will be, if there's a property bond or commercial bond, there has to be equity in that property of up to 3 times the amount of the bond. So for example, if the bond is 1,000, then the equity in the property has to be 3,000. So 3 times the amount of your bond is what the equity in the property would have to be in order for that property to be used for bonding. All right, so a few other things. Your preliminary hearing is your next court date. Preliminary hearing or prelim or probable cause hearing, that's your next hearing date. All right, for those of you charged with felonies, your preliminary hearing is set for the 26th. of July. If you're charged with a misdemeanor, preliminary hearing is the 27th. If you have no bond today, your bond hearing date is July 30th. Now, the 26th and 27th preliminary hearing are days that are set already. Those are the dates that the court is on for those hearings. All right, so it doesn't mean that you can't bond out at all before that date. If you bond out of jail, that preliminary is automatically waived. It goes away. All right, what you'll do is you'll stand by and check your mail with the address you have on record with the jail. And that's where any mail will go to that the court will send to you for your next court date. If you bond out, your next court date will be your arraignment date. All right, I don't know what that date is. The court will let you know, whether it's state court or superior court, they will let you know. As far as magistrate preliminary hearing date, again, if you bond out, it's automatically waived. It goes away. If for whatever reason you still wish to have your preliminary hearing and you bond out of jail, speak with your lawyer about that. What I do want to let you know, if your matter is, if there is a preliminary hearing on the 26th or 27th of July, if you happen to still be in jail, then it'll be a magistrate court judge. They'll have a hearing. What'll happen at that hearing is the officer or officers will have to testify. And if there's sufficient probable cause, which is an articulable reason, a reason they have to explain, then the judge will decide if that reason is valid by law, and your case can be bound over to state court if it's at least one misdemeanor, or superior court if there's at least one felony. And that will be the next court you'll go to after magistrate court, after the preliminary hearing. If they're misdemeanors, your case will go to state court, and that'll be the next court date after the prelim. If for whatever reason you bond out of jail, remember the prelim disappears. And if you stay in jail for whatever reason, and you have the prelim and the judge finds probable cause, which is a valid articulable reason by law, you go to state court for misdemeanors, superior court for felonies. If there's no valid reason, it's dismissed, and that will be the end of it. All right, so that's what's happening this morning. I'll be looking at the application for court-appointed counsel that you filled out this morning, and I will appoint an attorney to represent you. The attorney will contact you through the address you have that you wrote out and the phone number that you wrote on the form. Or if you're in jail, they'll visit you at the jail. I'm not sure what is happening, if they're coming there or visiting you by some type of video, but that's the process. All right, so once I go through these things with you, if you have any questions, I'll ask you questions. I can't give you legal advice. I'm not your lawyer. You speak with your lawyer about that, but I can answer any questions related to those 4 things that I just explained. All right, each of you raise your right hand for me. All right, each of you solemnly swear or affirm any statements or testimony you will give in its first appearance matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. All right, so gentlemen, stand by. We do the females first, and then we'll be with you shortly.
All right, voted.
Jonay Boucher.
All right, Ms. Bowdry, good morning to you, ma'am. You're charged with 1 count of arson. That is a felony. There's no bond today on that offense. You're also charged with 1 count of stalking, 5,000 as your bond. 1 count of criminal damage to property is 5,000 as well. So it's 10,000 on those 2 offenses. There's no bond on the stalking this morning. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 26th of July, and your bond hearing is scheduled for the 30th of July. That's at 8:30. Ma'am, with your lawyer, which I'm appointing to represent us, the bond issue. All right, you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, ma'am, thank you.
Next person, Churchwood. Everybody back.
Good morning, Your Honor, Martell Churchwell.
All right, good morning, Ms. Churchwell. You're charged with one count of theft by taking. It's the misdemeanor kind. Your bond is $2,000. And there's a special condition. You can't go back to the Walmart location. And your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 27th of July, and that's at 8:30. All right, ma'am. I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions, Ms. Churchwell?
Yes, I was aware that a family member posted a bond. I want to know whether it posted on my behalf.
Yeah, ma'am. I don't have that information. The deputies may be able to tell you.
Okay.
Or you have any other questions?
No.
All right, next person, Cruz.
State your name.
Brooklyn Cruz.
All right, Ms. Cruz, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, you have one count of trafficking marijuana felony. There's no bond today on that offense. Your preliminary hearing is the 26th of July. It's at 8:30. Bond hearing is the 30th of July. That's at 8:30. And Ms. Cruz, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
Could you repeat my hearing date for me, please?
26th of July for your prelim,
Okay.
30th of July for your bond hearing. Once you speak with your lawyer, you may be able to get a bond before that date.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're on, Ms. Dennis, sheet OTB.
Ms. Dennis is out. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Katie Hawkins.
All right, good morning, Ms. Hawkins. Give me one moment here. Ms. Hawkins, you charged with one count of criminal trespass misdemeanor. It's $2,500 is your bond, and you have a special condition. You stay away from Malik Marshall. There is a preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 27th of June at 8:30. And I will appoint an attorney to represent you. You understand what you're charged with in special condition of bond, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Was to stay away from him.
Yes, ma'am. All right, and you have any questions?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right,
On Malik, on that person, which he's living on at my address, I don't know the rules, I don't understand. There's a TPO that I done on him Friday and yesterday morning. Melissa, room 204, Miss Kim, them told me that they was gonna have it signed by yesterday evening by 5. So if they don't sign that TPO against him, for him to leave my residence, will it be okay for me to return my residence once he was served that TPO to leave my residence?
Well, Ms. Hawkins, I didn't put a special condition on there. So you can return to your residence per this first opinion bond order, but I don't know about the TPO. That would be something different. You can address the sheriffs or the police. You just call them before you go back to your home.
Okay,
Explain that TPO situation. And you don't have a special condition to stay away from your home. You just have a special condition to stay away from him.
thank you, sir, thank you.
All right, you're welcome, ma'am. All right, Ms. Hawkins, thank you.
Good morning,
Ayana Muhammad.
All right, good morning, Ms. Muhammad. Charge of 1 count of battery, and that is a misdemeanor. Special condition, he stays Razy McBride. And your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 27th of July, and that is at 8:30. And Ms. Muhammad, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Good luck to you. All right, hang on for me one moment. Hey, Ms. Toles, good morning to you.
Sir, I was wondering, did you say no bond?
No, ma'am, I said 5,000 is your bond.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Toles, good morning to you. How you doing?
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Doing good here. Let me just check here. Deputies, do we need anyone that needs Ms. Toles' services, Spanish interpreter?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Toles, thank you for coming. We don't need you this morning.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Ms. Ringer?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Angela Ringer.
Hi, Ms. Ringer, good morning. You're charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. It's a misdemeanor. Your bond is $2,500. There's a special condition that you have no contact with Christopher Ringer. And also, ma'am, let me just confirm here. Who's Christopher Ringer?
My son.
Your son?
Yes, sir. And
All
he's living in my home.
All right, ma'am. I'm gonna change that, okay? Is that your house?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right. How old is he? Born in 92, is that what it is?
Yes, sir, he's 28.
He's 28. All
Yes.
right. Is he on the lease?
No, sir, he's not.
Hang on for me, okay, Ms. Ringer?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Your bond is 500.
Thank you.
All right. Speak with the lawyer. Speak with your lawyer. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you.
But I can bond out today with the $500 bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And before you go,
One more question.
ma'am, before you ask that question,
Yes, sir.
your prelim is the 27th of July. If you bond out, it's automatically gone. It's waived. What's your question, Ms. Ringer?
As far as no contact with Christopher Ringer, he was shot. And does he have to leave my home?
Well, ma'am, let me ask you.
I would rather for him to leave my home.
He's not here. You're here. All right.
Yes,
I
sir.
can't do anything about him.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no contact. That's your home. I'll let you figure that part out. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Ms. Royal. Good morning, Mr.
Good morning, ma'am. What's your name?
Sharad Royal.
All right, Miss Royal. Good morning to you. You have 3 charges here. 1 count of trafficking marijuana. There's no bond today on that offense. 2 counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. It's 5,000 on each of those 2. 10,000 on the charges you are getting a bond on. No bond on the marijuana trafficking. And I am appointing an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions, Ms. Roy?
No, I don't have any. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, Amanda Spriggs.
Hey, Ms. Briggs, good morning to you. You're charged with 2 misdemeanors. One is stop or yield sign violation. Your bond is 500, and the other is driving while license suspended. 1,500. 2,000 is your total. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 27th of July. That's at 8:30. And I am appointing an attorney to represent you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day.
You too.
Good morning, my name is Tanisha Ward.
Good morning, Ms. Ward. You're charged with 1 count of driving while license suspended. Your bond is 1,500. And you're charged with 1 count of no tag lights. Your bond is 500. So 2,000 is your total. And ma'am, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. And you have a preliminary hearing scheduled for the 27th of July unless you bond out before that date, ma'am. Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. And you said my bond was 200 or 2,500?
It's 2,000 is the total, ma'am. 2,000.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Jasmine Worthing.
Good morning, Ms. Worthmans. You have a criminal damage to property 2nd-degree charge. It's a felony. Your bond is 3,000, and you have one moment here. All right, 3,000 is your bond. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 26th of July. That's at 8:30. And I will appoint an attorney to represent you. You have any questions, Ms. Worthans?
When you say 3,000, is it 3,000 like total or is it 10% of that?
I don't know, ma'am. You have to speak to the bonding company. 3,000 is the number I have. They'll tell you what the percentage is.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
That's it, Your Honor.
All right, that's it for the females. Gentlemen,
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
start your engines. Deputy Lee, we'll see you next time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
You too. It's on you. We're waiting on you. Deputy Jones, what's going on? I don't want to see you. Looking good, but I don't want to see you all morning. Let's get the gentlemen. Let's do this. They want to be first appeared.
All right, let's start with you, Mr. Brown. Your Honor.
How you doing, sir? All right, what's your name, sir?
Frank Devon Brown.
Mr. Brown, you were attentively listening this morning, sir. So I appreciate that. I saw you were definitely paying attention this morning when I went through the rights. So I know you don't have any questions on your rights this morning, sir.
Oh, I do have, sir.
Well, before you do, though, let me let you know. You have 1 count of obstructing an officer. That's a $1,000 bond. 1,500 on possession of marijuana. Those are your 2 offenses. They're both misdemeanors. July 27th is your preliminary hearing date. And Mr. Brown, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. What are your questions?
Oh, I was just trying to see if I had rights when I was in the car to get water when I was pepper sprayed. That's all I was asking. That's all I've been asking everybody in the whole court. Everybody in the police station, because I've been asking if I had pepper spray, I was allowed to have water. I don't know.
Well, that's a question, sir. I'll let you talk with your lawyer and you can talk to your lawyer about that.
No, Judge, I was just trying to see if that was allowed. I didn't know if that was a law or nothing. That's all I was trying to do.
You didn't hear me? Your
Yeah.
lawyer can tell you about the law. I can't tell you about the law. I'm not your lawyer, sir. Talk to your lawyer. All right. Any other questions?
When will I know my lawyer? Like today or tomorrow or something like that? I was trying to see.
I don't know, sir. I don't work for the public defender's office.
And you said how much was my bond? I'm sorry. I ain't had no pen on me.
It's 2,500 is the total. The public defender, well, actually Lister and Holt will be the public defenders that will come see you. So I don't know when they come out, right? So I'm not sure. So I don't want to tell you. I don't know if they come out every day or the next day. I don't know for sure, but they'll be out to see you. If you bond out, based on the information, Mr. Brown, that you filled out on that application for court-appointed counsel, they'll either send you a letter or call your phone number if you're no longer in the jail.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome.
Tremaine Davis, Your Honor.
All right, 1 second for me here, Mr. Davis. You are charged, sir, with 1 count of theft by receiving stolen property. That is a felony, and it's a $7,000 bond, and then 1 count of felony obstruction. That's $1,000. So it's $8,000 is your total, sir, Mr. Davis. And preliminary hearing is the 26th of July, 8:30. And here, I'm just checking your form, your application for court-appointed counsel, and I will appoint an attorney to represent you. All right, Mr. Davis, you have any questions?
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Timothy Durham.
All right, Mr. Durham, good morning, sir. You have 1 count of criminal trespass. It's the misdemeanor kind. And 2,500 is your bond. Special condition. There's no contact with Husan Gordon.
Yes, sir.
All right, and your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 27th of July. That's at 8:30. And 1 moment here. I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions, Mr. Durham? Questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Good morning, Your Honor. DMCA English.
All right, good morning, Mr. English. 1 count of simple assault, 2,500 is your bond. No contact with Vanika Sanders. And your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 27th of July. That's at 8:30. And Mr. English, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions, sir? All right. No questions?
Yes,
All right,
sir.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. One moment for me here. One moment. All right, Mr. Fahey, charged with 1 count of trafficking marijuana. It's felony. There's no bond today. You have a preliminary hearing scheduled for the 26th of July. That's at 8:30. Sir, you have a bond hearing scheduled for the 30th of July. That's at 8:30. And I will appoint, well, wait a second. You make $10,000 a month.
sir.
All right, so you have to hire a lawyer, sir. You have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Is Mr. Gay? All right, sir, you're charged with one count of criminal damage to property. That's the misdemeanor kind. 3,000 is your bond. Special condition, you stay away from Tiara McCleary. You can't go back to 311 Sandalwood Drive in Morrow. You understand what you're charged with in special condition of bond, sir? Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
I can't really hear you.
Sir, do you understand what you're charged with and the special condition of bond?
No, not really.
All right. You said no?
No, sir.
All right. The warrant reads, on July 2nd, 2021 at 311 Sandalwood Drive in Morrow, you did commit the offense of criminal damage to property. It's a misdemeanor in that you did commit the offense by knowingly and maliciously interfering with the possession of the front door and the property of Tiara McCleary without said owner's consent by kicking the door and breaking the door frame. The victim stated that the offender did not know where she lived and did not want him to know due to him being aggressive with her. The victim stated the offender found her and came over to her home and began to bang on her door. The victim stated the offender was yelling, "I want my kids." The victim stated the offender then broke the door by kicking the door in. The victim stated the offender walked into her home and then walked away. The victim advised they have children together. All right, sir. You understand the warrant now, sir? All right, it's $3,000 bond. It's no contact at this time with Ms. McCleary. Can't go back to that 311 Sandalwood Drive. You can speak to a lawyer and work all of that out, sir. And I will appoint an attorney to represent you to do so in relation to these criminal charges and speak with the lawyer about any issues related to your children, sir. You have any question?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Timothy Grant.
All right, Mr. Grant, good morning, sir. One count of while license suspended, one count of distracted driving while on cell phone. 2,000 is your total. Preliminary hearing, 27th of July, 8:30. And I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
No, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Here for me, Mr. Gross. All right, sir. Mr. Gross, the charge of one count of battery or simple battery. 2,500 is your bond, and you have a special condition that you stay away from Tavon Joseph.
Yes, sir.
All right. Preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 27th of July. That's at 8:30. And sir, I am appointing an attorney to represent you, Mr. Gross. You have any questions?
Yes, sir. Can you tell me the procedure for a cash bond?
Say that again.
The procedures for a cash bond, like I don't want to go through a bonding agency because I don't really have anyone to
You said the procedures for a cash bond?
Yes, sir. I have like a debit card with the money on it. You say it was 2,500, correct?
Yes, sir. 2,500.
All right. So can I use like a debit card instead of my property?
I don't know, sir. Talk to the deputies. I don't know anything about that. I don't know how that works, okay?
Yes, sir.
They can tell you about that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. What's happening, Deputy? What's this? Is that? What's happening? Can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, sorry about that. Went out for a moment here. All right, who are you, sir?
Intersect Manaball.
All right, Mr. Emmanuel, you charged with 1 count of pedestrian walking along the roadway, misdemeanor 500, and obstructing an officer, misdemeanor 1,000. So 1,500 is your total, sir. And preliminary hearing is the 27th of July. That's at 8:30. And I am appointing an attorney to represent you. What's the monthly income you make, sir? How much you make each month?
I get stimulus checks. Whatever Uncle Sam sends.
Say that again.
Stimulus checks right now.
How much do you get?
Excuse me, sir?
How much money do you get each month?
I get stimulus checks. I'll get that.
What's the amount?
Oh, well, I got 1,400, I think last month. I think I'm supposed to get another one coming up. I don't know.
All right, sir. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Israel.
All right. Good morning, sir. Who are you?
Israel Juarez.
Sorry. What's your last name?
Juarez. J.
Oh, Mr. Juarez. I'm sorry. One moment here. All right. So there was a couple other people that making sure here. All right, Mr. Juarez. 1 count of battery, family violence, and 1 count of theft by taking is 5,000 on each of those 2. And then 1 count of cruelty to children is 2,000. So your total bond is 12,000. Special condition, you stay away from Jasmine Alejandro Vela,
Yes,
or Alejandro Vela. And do you live at that 1148 South Avenue address in Lake City?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You can't go to that location either, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you have a preliminary hearing and it's scheduled for the 26th of July, and that is at 8:30. And one moment here for me. Did you complete the application for court-appointed counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
One moment here for me, sir. I'm trying to look for it here. All right, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Can you repeat the total amount of the bond?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Your total amount is 12,000.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? What'd you say?
Christopher Jefferson.
All right, Mr. Jefferson, you're charged with 1 count of criminal damage to property. 2nd degree, it's a felony. 3,000 is your bond. There's no contact with Anita Wilson. preliminary hearing scheduled for the 27th of July at 8:30. And I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions, Mr. Jefferson? Any questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Trayvon Joseph.
All right, Mr. Joseph, good morning to you, sir. You're charged with one count of battery, or I'm sorry, simple battery, and it's a misdemeanor. Your bond is $3,000. Drake Gross, was he in there with you?
Yes, sir.
Did you say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All right, there's no contact
Yes, sir.
with Drake Gross. And July 27th, 8:30, prelim. And I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
All
right, Mr. Kendall, good morning to you, sir. One count of theft by receiving stolen property is a felony. $5,000 is your bond. One count of obstructing an officer of the felony kind, $2,000. And one count of non or no license, $2,000. Your total bond, sir, is $9,000. You have a preliminary hearing scheduled for the 26th of July. That is at 8:30. And sir, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Anthony Larris.
All right, good morning, Mr. Larris. You are charged with one count of, or two counts, I'm sorry, of hit and run. And each of those, your bond is $3,000. And then you're charged with improper passing. Your bond on that is $2,000. It's $8,000 is your total. You have a preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 27th of July. That is at 8:30. And sir, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
Yes, one question, sir. At your prelim, are you able to like plea out at your prelim? Is that possible?
You can't plea on that date, but you can let your lawyer know, and your lawyer will let the Solicitor General, Assistant Solicitor General know, and then they'll schedule a date for you to plea. All right, if you bond out before that, same thing, let your lawyer know they'll schedule a date, you come back and take a plea at that time.
All right, so my total bond is $8,000, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. Is this Mr. McBride?
Sir.
All right, sir, you charge a one count of simple battery. Your bond is $3,000. You have a special condition. You stay away from Andries, McBride. And your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 27th of July at 8:30. Sir, you understand the special conditions and your bond?
Yes, sir.
All right, and I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. How you doing? What's your name?
Amos.
All right, Amos, you charge with one count of possession of less than an ounce of marijuana. $1,500 is your bond. Prelim is set for the 27th of July at 8:30. If you bond out, that's waived. And I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions, Mr. Moss?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Who is this?
Very short.
All right, Mr. Stallworth, you're charged with one count of driving under the influence of alcohol less safe. Your bond is $5,000, and then one count of striking a fixed object, $1,500. So your total bond is $6,500. And sir, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is the 27th of July. You have any questions, Mr. Stallworth? Okay, all right, thank you, sir. All right, good morning, sir. What's your name? All right, what's your name? What's your name, sir? I can't hear you. All right, Mr. Williams? Jaquan Williams? All right, sir, you're charged with one count of criminal trespass, damage to property. The bond is $2,500. Criminal damage, second degree, $2,500. Cruelty to children, the third degree, $2,500. So far, sir, you're up to $7,500 there as your bond. Theft by taking is $2,000. And then simple assault, family violence. So your total bond is $12,500. And there's a special condition that you have no contact with Katina Lake and Ciara Williams. And who lives at the 9515 Forest Knoll Drive address in Jonesboro, sir? You live there?
I live there. That's my mom lives there. I ain't been there. I've been in No Cross with my girl.
Do they live there? Katina Lake and Ciara Williams?
That's my new address from 7445 Parliament. That's my mother's house, her new house.
That's your mother's house?
Yes, sir. I don't be there. I'll be in No Cross.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, stay away from the two of them. And your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 26th of July, 8:30.
You said what's my bond? 12,000?
12,500, sir.
Okay. That's it.
I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This is Mr. Whitney?
Sure.
All right, Mr. Whitney, sir, you're charged with one count of entering an automobile. $5,000 is your bond on that offense. Criminal damage to property is $2,500. So $7,500 is your total. No contact with Dorothea Jordan. Preliminary hearings the 26th of July. That's at 8:30. And I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions, Mr. Whitney? All right, thank you, sir.
All right, that's everyone.
All right, Deputy Jones, appreciate you. It's 2 Jones.
Sure.
All right, both of you. Appreciate y'all. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Take
All right.
care.
You too.